Things have been going well for me on Earth. Totally fine. Unexplosive. Um, well, okay, maybe that's a lie. You remember the time I decided to become a chef, right? So I thought, I love food, I love fire. What could go possibly wrong in a kitchen? Well, I'll tell you what went wrong. Everything. And you probably know too, right? So, just a little recapitulation, or whatever is recap. Let's say recap. So, I tried to run a restaurant last week, and well, long story short, there was a minor magical surge, a flying pot, a slight ceiling crack, and yes, technically the kitchen did explode, but I almost earned 3 stars, and that's important. Yes, kaboom. So, after that culinary disaster, I was told by a very kind firefighter that maybe I should try a simpler job. So, I thought, back to the first place I ever truly explored on Earth, the supermarket. The strange glowing labyrinth of food, chaos, and fluorescent lighting. And yes, the first supermarket visit. I remember it clearly. I wandered in, confused by the frozen aisle where food is somehow colder than a northern ice spell, and yet still edible. There were endless walls of frozen pizzas, mysterious microwave meals, and vegetables trapped in icy prisons. I didn't trust any of it. And if you guys remember, I was talking, there was the rotating kitchen. Not kitchen, chicken! I cannot even speak anymore. I stood in front of that machine for 15 minutes, just watching the same bird slowly spin in circles under a heat lamp. I thought it was cursed, or enchanted, maybe both. No one else seems concerned. But this time I didn't go as mere observer. No. This time I returned with a mission. I decided to get a job at the supermarket. Because apparently that's what humans do when they want to exchange time for shiny money, which they then trade for streaming equipment, snacks, a little cat-shaped things that hold your tea bags. So I made myself a uniform, a professional one. It had cloak, a mystical belt pouch, and staff written across the back in enchanted glitter. I even brought a notebook to take a human job notes, which I enchanted to glow when someone lied near it. I thought that might be very helpful in customer service. So I looked extremely professional, slightly radioactive, but perfect. I walked in confidently, like I belonged there, and I tried to help someone find milk. Instead of guiding them normally, I may have summoned a floating dairy wisp. And it startled a child, and he screamed, I screamed, the milk exploded. We moved on, okay? In the cereal aisle, I tried to organize boxes by magical affinity. You know, fire cereals like Cinnamon Chaos Crunch on the left, calm cereals like Gentle Wheat Orbs on the right. Apparently, that's not how humans do it, and real employee mistaking me for one of their own gave me a mission. He looked deep into my eyes and whispered, "Go face the yogurt." I'm sure if someone tries to steal from me, you'll try to use magic to stop them. Well, you said it. Now, I assumed there was a trial, a noble quest, so I went into the yogurt aisle. That section was freezing. I swear I saw my breath and heard the humming of ancient spirits between the dairy shelves. I faced the cold, brave, and bold, and did what had to be done. I alphabetized the yogurt by flavor, then by color, then by how chaotic their packaging looked. I created an art installation, okay? But no one clapped. And a woman told me to stop touching everything. And then came the true enemy, the self-checkout machine. A cold, heartless box that speaks in riddles and demands you scan things in specific order. I attempted to charm it, and it rejected me. So I tried again, and it called for backup. And that's when she arrived. Deborah, the guardian of the checkout. She held a walkie-talkie and radiated power. She didn't even raise her voice. She just looked at me and said, "You need to leave." And I did. I respect her, I fear her. But I left with something more valuable than groceries, experience. So today, I'm trying again. This time, I'm opening my own supermarket, where no one can kick me out, and no real yogurt can be harmed. I'll run the shop, price the goods, and maybe even earn a paycheck. It's time to begin my next chapter as a professional supermarket manager. And if Deborah is watching, this one is for you, Deborah.